why I love compensation and benefits. This is a question that I get a lot. And for somebody like me who has been working in this field for over 25 years now, that's a very good question. So let me start first maybe by describing what compensation and benefits is, or total rewards, or performance and reward, as we call it nowadays. The first aspect of it is all the technical aspects. What Compenben is everything that a company gives to an employee in exchange for their work. So it covers the base pay, the allowances, the incentives, the benefits, all those elements, the perks, the stock option plans, and so on that an employee might get while they're working as part of the contract of employment. But we're very lucky in Compenben that we don't have to only deal with those technical aspects. We also have all sorts of things related to employee motivation, employee engagement, how to retain employees, and we are very often also involved in mergers and acquisitions, board management, corporate governance through everything of the remuneration committee or the compensation committee. And unfortunately, in the past year, as we've all been reminded on a global basis, we often have to deal with, unfortunately, sometimes cost-cutting exercises, restructures, reductions in force and reorganizations, and so on. So this is the least pleasant aspect of the job. Another thing that happens with compensation and benefits is that it's different in each country, and it's also different per industry. A sales employee working in sales for a Microsoft, for example, or a car manufacturer are obviously not going to be paid the same. So the industry has a very strong influence on what you do in terms of compensation and benefits. The other thing that happens is that the law is always changing, being updated, especially when it comes to all things related to benefits, pensions, unemployment cover, healthcare, and so on. And obviously changes from one country to another. So that makes it kind of a never-ending field. And that's actually what I love about Compenben. On a personal basis, what I love about Compenben is that you never stop learning. I've been doing this job for 27 years now, and I'm still learning. And this is fantastic because I never feel that I'm, staying in one place. You might become a super specialized expert. Like at some point in my career, I was offered the position of a global head of sales incentive plan design for a high-tech organization. So that's super, super specialized because within Compenben, it's just about the sales incentive plans. Or you can be more of a generalist of compensation and benefits, which is what I do now as an independent consultant. But even if you repeat from one year to another, circumstances, and you're still with the same company, circumstances will be different. The market will have moved. Your organization might have had some good things happening, or some not so good things happening, and you will never redo exactly twice the same thing. So you're always kept on your toes, and it's a great opportunity to network with your peers, to exchange ideas, and to enjoy an element of creativity. And you also get to talk to so many different types of people. I mean, from floor shop employees to board advisors and board members, and all types of independent staff in between, and managers, and so on. You also get to speak to all sorts of providers, and you're exposed to ideas, people who are specialized in fields that are part of your area of expertise, but they go even deeper on some of those aspects. And you get to create things, you get to design new things, even if it's just a tweak. but you can leave a stamp on an organization, you can have an impact. And that's one of the things that I really, really appreciate with the job of being an expert in total rewards. And it's a great field for people who love the technical side, love numbers, love some form of, let's say, order, but who also love the human side of work, and who loved interaction, who love communication, who love creativity, as the job affords also that. You're not just on one side of the brain, using one side of the brain, you're using both sides of your brain. And that's why I think I will always love compensation and benefits. I'd like to finish by reading to you a love letter which I wrote to compensation and benefits a few years ago on the eve of Valentine's Day. And I think it kind of summarizes everything. So it might be little bit corny, but on that blog it was quite successful when I published that post. And it reads like this: Dear Compenben, on the eve of Valentine's Day, I wanted to assure you of my continued love. You've been my professional companion for the past 27 years, and whether in corporate or now as a consultant, for me, the flame is still burning bright. I love everything about you. How you fluctuate based on your mood. Is the organization expanding? Is talent scarce and flimsy? Or do we need to look into cost control? How you keep me challenged, being the same yet different in each company and each country and changing each year. How I'm never bored with you. Employee engagement, wellness and recognition, analytics, artificial intelligence, say on pay, due diligence, nudge, impact of the gig economy. We have to deal with all of those. How creative you are. Never the same incentive plan into different companies, benefits that are tailored to a unique employee population. I also love the quality of our conversations and employee total reward statements, data visualization and statistics, speaking to compensation committees or to all hands roadshows across the world. When you first arrived in France at the start of my career, I didn't even know your name, as you were the new kid in town and no one had told me about you at business school. But then we met and I was fascinated. I started learning more about you and to my surprise, never stopped learning. To this day, I still learn and I feel this continue until I retire. We've moved together across countries, France, UK, Italy 3 times, and now the UAE for the past 13 years. At the same time, our perspective was growing from single country to massive operations across dozens of countries. My change of status in 2013, becoming an independent consultant, did not alter our relationship. On the contrary, I even love spending some time with your relatives from time to time. Talent management, amortization, communication, they're all nice and connect to me to you in a different way, like in any big family. All unique, but all united by a common ideal, caring for employees and the organizations. You make me grow, you make me learn, you keep surprising me. I look forward to the next 27 years by your side.